And earlier this evening, for half an hour, I went down to the Marquee Club in London to see the Undertones. Ridiculous though it may seem, actually the first time I've seen them live, and I really enjoyed it, I must admit. I mean, they lived up to my expectations, and that's as much as you can ask for, I think. And it's always nice when you just bump into people and they say, oh dear, you're going to do a programme tonight, and you say yes, and they say I have to leave after a while, and they say, oh yeah, well we couldn't decide whether to come down here or to stay at home and listen to the programme. And that's the way it ought to be, I think. I think perhaps they ought to go and see the live bands, because the programmes, recur, as it were. And the people I was talking to tonight said that they were very worried about missing the X-Ray Spex session, and the first from it, Germ-Free Adolescence. Mellow, laid-back sounds from X-Ray Spex. That's Germ-Free Adolescence, a version of the current single. And actually, when the wavelength changes come on the 23rd of November, in 10 days' time, people in Liverpool will be able to listen to us on 275 metres, 105.3 of those kilohertz things, and people will actually be able to listen to the programme in that area for the first time. And I note with a great deal of satisfaction, because the country is divided up into red and blue areas for the benefit of us DJ chappies who can look at it and see what sort of an area it is that you live in. And the whole of Merseyside is heavily red. On the other hand, at a minus quantity, I do actually live in a blue area myself, but I'm thinking of moving. These are X-Ray Spex, and a version of the song which is on the B-side of the current single. It's called Age.
Darling, am I looking old? Tell me, dear, I'm she's so afraid. Age, she's not the right age. She's so afraid. Age, she's not the right. Alienation is the thing. Tell me, did you I think? Is my physics holding up? Tell me, darling, I'm still a pup. Age, she's so afraid. Age, she's not the right age. She's so afraid. Age, she's not the right. Never seems to realize cellular beauty never dies. Shivering in silhouette, curtain for the minuet. She's so afraid. Age, she's not the right age. She's so afraid. Age, she's not the right. Darling, am I looking old? Tell me, dear, I must be told. No, it's $1 million fear. Blind creeping over here.
There are times, and you'll think I'm being silly, and I think that I too lack the ethereal beauty that I once had, but I expect this is just an illusion. That's X-Ray Spex, and that's called Age. And aren't you glad you don't live in America? And from Weekend Warriors to Warrior, which is the last from X-Ray Spex. Your X-Ray Specs, and that's the last name tonight, and it's called Warrior. In this instance, on the LP, it's actually called Warrior in a certain popular international chain store renowned for its low prices, and in the Queensway London branch of which the pig used to have responsibility for the dolly mixtures and licorice all sorts. These are the capital letters, and smoking my ganja.